For our Jones Intercable Game of the Week, and I've been waiting for this one, Wes, a long time. Two great teams, two great coaches on just a great night for football. What's great about this game, Wes, is that both teams are so evenly matched in terms of record, in terms of standings, good defenses, and they're both in the same conference, but there's a difference, Wes, and it's its size.
You're right, Joe. This is going to be a ball game that, while we're late in the season, we got a couple teams that are down in the standing, but we really should have a good ball game in our hands.
Should be a very good ball game, Wes. And as you might or might not know, this game is for the Town Jug. It's tied at 13. Both teams, they split the series, 26 games. Elgin currently has the jug. I seen it in Mike Rogowski's office, the Elgin's athletic director. There's nothing in the jug. It's empty, of course. Nothing in the jug. But let's quickly go over how these two clubs have done this year. For the Elgin Maroons, they're 4-4 overall, 3-3 record. Coach Dick Stevens just recently got a career win number 150. He's a great coach. Last year they went 3-6, but this year they got out of the gate real quick. They beat Schaumburg, a ranked team, 10-6, and then bam, the strike came and it really set them back. They had to dump those two games to East Moline and DeKalb. But they bounced back with East Aurora right after the strike and won 24-8. Then they went into West Aurora, one of the games that we showed on our Game of the Week, and they pulled off a 14-9 win. They took on Streamwood, who's a very good team. The Sabres looking very good this year. And they lost 14-9 at home. And then they took on Lake Park. The offense bogged down, and they were shut out 7-zip. And then last week they won 21-9. So, and then last week they were very good. Bet Sayavong, the quarterback, was 7 of 11 for 110 yards, and he ran the ball 16 times for 29 yards. And Elgin's secondary played very well. Ryan Finley of the Saints wasn't able to do too much. Turning over to Larkin, the same story with them. They're 4-4, 3-3 overall. Coach Ray Haley is the guy calling the shots for the Royals. 27 years on the job. He has career win 152, an excellent coach. Last year, Larkin was 4-5. They started off the year versus Rock Island with a 32-15 win. Then the strike came and set them back too. Two losses to Wheaton North and Wheaton to St. Charles. And then they had to play West Aurora on like 2 weeks' notice, only 1 week with pads, and they lost 32-8. So it set them back. East Aurora, they came back and they waxed them 44-zip. Then at Lake Park, they won 21-0, a great job versus Lake Park. Then at Streamwood, they took it on the chin too, losing 42-14. And then against DeKalb, they won 21-3. An incredible ball game Larkin's coming off of. Everybody carried the ball. Schneider, Iser, Talon, and Greenhagel, they combined for 220 yards rushing. And get this, Wes, Larkin held DeKalb to -6 yards rushing total. So what do you think about that stat?
Pretty unusual. I think that surprised everybody to see him come back against one of the powerhouses in the conference to hold him that type of figure. We're very close within the next few minutes here at kickoff. We've had the coin toss with the officials. The Royals won the toss and have elected to receive, and that will be at the south goal facing the board. Of course, the Elgin will be kicking off, and we're probably 2 minutes away or so from kickoff. I'd like to give you a rundown on the officials. We've got a very veteran crew here tonight because it's going to be a very good ball game. I can just tell. We're probably around 53 degrees. The type of ball game where you like to be out there and smell the grass, not the artificial turf, but smell the grass. Well, ball players down there, believe me, are getting their toes of their shoes are wet, and it's football type weather. The officials tonight would be Howie Burns, the referee. Mr. Ed Grames will be the umpire. Bob Hawkins will be the line judge. Eddie Puchan will be the linesman, and Walt Larson will be the back judge.
And Les, it's a pleasure sitting next to you, a former referee out here on the high school scene. We spoke to both coaches earlier this week, Haley and Stevens, and they talked about this grudge match.
Pounds of him, and their line is big all the way across, so we're not going to manhandle them by any means, but we got the little faster, quicker back, so I think maybe we can get outside of them.
Well, they're an excellent football team. They've got a lot of quickness. They're not as big as they sometimes are, but I think that quickness is overrated. size is overrated. Their quickness is the thing that's going to cause us the biggest problem because they're much quicker than we are. We just have to dominate the line and see if we can shore up the holes so those quick backs that they've got can't get out.
Okay, you heard it from Coach Haley and Coach Stevens, two coaches that have very good programs that can really coach. Haley mentioning that he has to be aware of Elgin's quickness, and Stevens mentioning that they have to play hard-nosed football and they have to hit hard right off the bat. So let's take a look at the offenses of the Larkin Royals, and it's a good one. They've been coming along lately. Quarterback is number 17, Roger Greenhagel. He stands 6'5" and weighs 210, and he can throw the ball. The Royals play the wishbone, and in the backfield is number 35, junior Jim Snyder. Number 45, Carl Talon is the other runner, and the other runner behind Roger is number 32, Chris Iser. The lone wide receiver is number 88, Brett Numbers, averaging 17 yards per catch. The kid can fly. The tight end, who mainly blocks, is number 50, Tim Lickner. On the line, and it's a big one, left tackle, number 74, Mark Hornick. Number 69, Brad Menz is the left guard. The center is senior, number 54, Don Kaufman. Number 56, Adam Lance is the right guard. The right tackle is number 76, Larry Creedon.
And let's take a look at the defense now. Number 30, Ron Washington. Number 33, Braille Carrington. Number 4, Keith Hewitt. Number 42, Chris Brooks. Number 44 will be Rob Walter. Your line going across, linebacker Chris Ballard, number 64. Dan Tripp, number 55, his partner, linebacker. Paul Pennington, number 75, defensive tackle, and his partner at defensive tackle, Scott Davis, number 79. A couple big men up the middle. Number 40, Rob Getz, and number 88, Greg Weber.
Okay, now let's take a look at the Maroons offense, which has been putting some points on the board. They scored 21 versus the Saints. At quarterback, number 4, Keith Hyatt. Two runners, number 30, Ron Washington, and number 32, Eric Boney is a tough kid. Wide receiver is number 5, Brady Bailey, and number 7, Jay Kilgore. We've seen him make that big stop against West Aurora a few weeks ago against Reggie Walls. The tight end, number 88, Greg Weber. And the line, it's a small one, but it's a very strong one. The center, Dan Tripp. Very tough all-state wrestler. The left guard, Chris Ballard. The right guard, Paul Pennington. The right tackle, Mike Szowski. And the left tackle, number 79, Scott Davis.
We'll take a moment for the Star Spangled Banner before giving you the defensive lineup for the Elgin Maroons.
Mustangs.
All right, we'll take a quick look at the defense for the Maroons for Elgin. Number 87, B. Eddard. Number 21, Stewart. Number 88, B. Nemmers. Number 22, R. Short. Number 45, Carl Talon. Number 56, R. Lance. Number 77, B. Rose. Number 80, T. Lickner. Number 55, J. Jossert. Number 72, let me check.
Adam Robledo.
And number 71, R. Pina.
Okay, there you have the starting lineups for both teams, and we're looking at a very good matchup, an Upstate 8 battle between the Larkin Royals and the Elgin Maroons. We'll be back with with the kickoff right after this.
On the Mark Body Frame and Tire is your complete alignment service center. From minor wheel alignments on our computerized system to full frame alignments on our precision equipment, On the Mark provides you with all the services you'll need. Complete body repairs from little dings to major dents are no problem. You can relax while our helpful office personnel process your insurance claim quickly and professionally. Stop by, check out our large tire selection, compare our prices and services, and see why we're always On the Mark, the complete body frame and tire center.
Pinched nerves, headaches, low back pain, sports injuries. Visit the Bombales Chiropractic Clinic in Elgin, where Dr. Nicholas Bombales combines conservative and gentle care of the spine with years of expertise in sports-related injuries. You'll receive the finest orthopedic and neurological care. Treat your body with the respect it deserves. Visit Bombales Chiropractic Clinic, where your health is our main concern.
Hi, I'm Gordon Murray, owner of Cavelli's A1 Service, a business thick in the tradition of honesty and quality and has been for over 30 years. Our highly skilled mechanics use only the finest quality materials on your car. Our gasolines are 100% gasoline and contain no alcohol. We also have diesel fuel. From your family car to your company's fleet, our products and services can satisfy all of your automotive needs at the right prices.
Cavelli's A1 Service, Randall and Galena in Aurora.
Okay, your Luigi's Pizza will be there hot and in a hurry.
When you order a Luigi's Pizza, you'll know we've gone to great heights to get your pizza to you piping hot and in a hurry. Luigi's Pizza, 2 locations in Aurora. Luigi's East at 898-3211 and Luigi's West at 896-9861. Order now.
Okay, welcome back to Memorial Field. Joe Snydoff sitting alongside Wes Pollender, and just overhearing somebody talking, just a gorgeous night for football, about 55 degrees and sort of unseasonably warm. Wes, what do you think?
I think it's going to be a good night. You know, we don't have any breeze out there. It's a very calm evening. Temperature's comfortable. You've got pads on, what have you. The kids, I'm sure, are hyped. They want to get out there and do some hitting. Mom and dad or girlfriends sitting up in the stands, what have you, they're here to support their ball players. So it ought to be an excellent ball game. The conditions are perfect.
And even though both of these teams isn't going to get a look at any postseason play, this is a grudge match. You know, this is the best games tonight going on.
Ball. Everybody's at that state of waiting for that first clash of equipment.
And Boney's going to get ready to kick it off for the Maroons. The deep backs for the Royals is Schneider and Eisert, the 2 junior tailbacks for Larkin. And we're getting all set for an Upstate 8 battle. These two teams hate each other. They want to walk away with the win and carry it into next year. 4-4 teams. Who's going to wind up on top? It's a deep drop. And it looks like Jimmy Schneider will take it at about the goal line, gets to the 10-yard line, he finds a little hole, and then he's knotted up at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Larkins will start right off the bat.
Tripped up nicely, a couple of white shirts in on that play. Number Andy Poison probably putting the final stopper on him.
And Elgin will be in the white, all-white uniforms with maroon trim. Larkin in their blue jerseys and gray pants will come out 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Greenhagel behind his center, Don Kaufman. Full house backfield, and it goes a pitch, and he goes out to Schneider. Schneider's got a lot of room, and he makes it all the way out to about the 35-yard line, call it to 34.
Very nice.
Gain of 13.
Sweep. Very nice play, Joe. Carrington in on the tackle, knocking him out of bounds for a very, very, very nice gain. Looks like it's going to be very close. Was a first down. First down.
At the 32-yard line. And one thing that they like to do, Larkin, is they like to run that wishbone. And when you got a 6'5" guy running out there, some of those defensive linemen aren't even that big, Wes.
That's for sure.
Here's the handoff, straight up the middle. Looks like it goes to Iser.
Okay,
And
already little belly series
scuffles.
up the middle, Joe. Everybody getting involved on that play. Scott Davis in on the tackle. Dan Tripp in there. Just a little quick opener. Looks like a gain of about 4 yards on that play.
And we already seen a Maroon and a Royal sort of butt heads after the play, so they want to establish who's the king of Elgin.
You're right,
Greenhagel
Joe.
will take it 2nd down and 7 at the 36-yard line. Little movement on the line, and there's the flags.
Right, we got a little movement there. Whether the center waggled that ball or not, we'll wait for the official. He's checking on his umpire now. There's his, we got a dead ball. We got a false start on the offense. It cost him 5 yards. Still will be 2nd down, Joe.
And I think you picked it up all the way here from this vantage point. We're looking through a plexiglass window, so it's a little foggy. It's not crystal clear like the one next to us or the ones in the official scores, but we're going to manage to pick up these numbers.
Joe, I think this glass was used on the Gemini capsule mission before they gave it to us here.
It's got a few scratches. Greenhagel, 2nd and 11 from the 32. It's a quick pass. And he hits his wide receiver for a nice pass. Joan Lazar. And nice pass by Greenhagel. We've seen how strong his arm is there.
Derek Coney in on the stop, Joe. Make a very sure tackle, hitting him right below the waist, coming down those legs. Nice quick opener.
Okay, 3rd and 1 at the 41-yard line, and already we've seen that Greenhagel's got no problem seeing over anybody.
He's mixing his plays up nicely, Joe.
Greenhagel under Kaufman, full house backfield. He's got the pitch. Hood pitches it out to Iser, and he's got the 1st down. Waited to the last minute to dish it off, Wes.
Yeah, he sure did. Very nice play. Drawing in that defensive man to him and making a nice sweep, shooting up for the 1st down, and Jay Kilgore coming up for the bump out of bounds.
So a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Larkin moving the ball nicely. Like you said, a nice play selection. This team has been putting some points on the board. Scored 21 versus a tough DeKalb team. DeKalb, first place in the Upstate 8 with a 5-1 record. They're playoff bound.
We got a little equipment timeout, Joe. Coming back in, probably his chin strap. Quick change. Rob Walker's coming back in. Got a hand up saying, let me get all those straps snapped, ref, before you blow that horn.
And the referee sort of making sure that everything looks pretty good. Here he is. He's checking Walker, saying, you got it on there all right? Here, let me help you.
Yeah, officials responsible for that, Joe, as you know, that the play doesn't start until all the chin straps are in place.
Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Larkin looking good right off the bat. Greenhagel drops back to pass. He's got a man, and it's just overshot. Brett Nemmers couldn't go up there and make the grab. Greenhagel had a lot of juice on that ball.
Well thrown, Joe. I think Nemmers is a little bit disturbed, disgusted with himself. He realizes he should have had that one. Well thrown ball. Defender looking for maybe the deep post pattern, and Nemmers turned up down 10 yards, and he was wide open. It was well thrown ball, and I don't think you'll see that happen again tonight with Nemmers. Hit him in the hands and have him drop one like that.
That's right. Nemmers 6'3", still couldn't even get up for that one, so it's a little high. Greenhagel on the pitch. He's got plenty of room. Good blocking. He makes it all the way to the 38-yard line of Elgin. Nice run by Greenhagel.
Dan Tripp in on the tackle, Joe. Same little option play that we saw two, 3 plays back here that worked so successfully, and here we have another gain. Could be enough for the 1st down.
This Greenhagel can run the ball. He's averaging 5.6 yards a carry. That's an incredible stat. He's ran the ball 64 times for 358 yards. This kid can run as well as throw. Here's the handoff. Right up the middle goes to Schneider. And he gains about, let's call it 3 yards. 2nd and 7.
Very nice fake from the quarterback on that play. Bob Petrie coming off on the tackle there. Wanted to bottom of the pile, getting up. He read it well, pushed his blocker off, and was in there to get an armload of runner.
Well, it looks like Larkin's size is able to control the line of scrimmage so far, because Greenhagel hasn't gotten touched once he went back to pass, and they've been able to throw a few blocks in there. Greenhagel on the draw, goes to Talon, and he doesn't get anywhere as the Elgin front line stacks him up very nicely.
Didn't fool anyone on that one at all, Joe. Scott Davis read that very well. Second down play, maybe didn't really believe it was going to be a pass play, and they smelled out that draw very quickly.
That's right. It was a good job by the Elgin defensive line, not biting on the draw. So we're looking at a 3rd and 8 from the 37-yard line. Greenhagel's got numbers all the way on the far side. Full house backfield, drops back to pass. Looks to his tight end, and he completes it. That was a heck of a pass to Tim Lickner, the tight end.
Well thrown ball, which should be enough for the... We're going to maybe take a look at it as far as the referee. Yes, he says it is a first down measurement. It's good enough for a first down, yes.
What'd you think of that call? I thought it was a great call.
It was a very gutsy call. A well-thrown ball. A good protection. Came back, threw it when his man was open. He didn't let the zone close on him.
1st and 10 at the 26, and Elgin might have jumped a little offside, trying to create a big play.
Yeah, they were getting a little bit anxious there. Dead ball foul, encroachment by the defense. It'll cost them 5. They were a little anxious. Thought they spotted something. Very good cadence out there, probably by the quarterback.
So 1st and 5 at the 21. Larkin creeping towards pay dirt. Greenhagel keeps it on a snap. He can go all the way. He's a strong kid, and he just barely makes it to the 1-yard line. Awesome running by Roger Greenhagel. The big guy can lumber.
A beautiful play. If they had training wheels on that, they would have allowed a touchdown, but they don't, I guess, Joe.
I thought with that 6'5" frame of his, I think you can lunge from about the 7 or 8 yard line and still get that touchdown.
Play. Very nice. We got 1st and goal, and they've had a very nice drive put together here on their
1st and goal at the 2. Greenhagel behind Kaufman, the center. Full house backfield. It goes to Schneider, and we got a flag. And I don't believe he made it in.
We're looking like we had a little bit motion, a little bit early on one of those backs, and the referee picked it up. He's going to explain the options now to the defense. And being that deep, let's see what their decision is. Maybe the boys are going to decide, let's push them back. We don't want them too close to pay dirt here. Referee's explaining the option now. Gentlemen, you want it 2nd and goal from maybe the 3 here, or are you going back? All right, we're going to push them back. Joe, it looks to be by what? Is that about the 8-yard line?
Yeah, it'll be 1st and goal from the 8, Wes. They got numbers flanked all the way out to the right side. One-on-one with LeBrian Carrington. Greenhagel on the keeper, looking for some room on the outside, and he's gang tackled by about 3 or 4 Maroons.
A couple of white shirts in there. Dan Tripp made a very nice move, swarming in there with 2 other tacklers. They sniffed that one out very early.
They smelled that one just like they smelled the draw. Greenhagel went to the option one too many times on that play.
You're right. Here's a big call, Joe. What do you think? Here's the one. Here's a big call coming up.
Well, 2nd and 8. I think what you have to probably try and do is you've been able to run the ball consistently. You got a full house backfield with Talon, Snyder, and Eisert. These guys are all averaging over 4 yards a carry. Greenhagel drops back to pass, scrambles, pull down, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete pass, obviously not in the grass, what have you. He was still charged. A very nice block thrown in the backfield there by number 88. Help me on that, Joe. Was that? No, that wasn't Nemers on that. I'm sorry. It's one of the backs that on the rollout there threw a very key block there to give him a little extra time on that pass.
Again, Greenhagel with a lot of protection. The Maroons just can't seem to grab him.
Yeah, they made a very nice march here in this opening series all the way down the field, and now we've seen to hit a little incline in the hill, and big 3rd down play, Joe.
That it is. 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. Greenhagel underneath Don Kaufman, the center. 3 guys in the backfield. Greenhagel's looking towards number. He's in the end zone. Let's see. Would they rule it? Will the referee rule it? Incomplete.
Out of bounds, incomplete. A well-thrown pass. I think he just literally ran out of real estate down there. That dark corner back there. He was open, but time and distance, he just ran out of room.
And as you mentioned, the dark corner, the coffin corner, Halloween's coming right around the corner, so I think we could use that term.
5:43 in this first quarter, Joe. We've got a timeout being called on the field. That will be timeout Larkin.
Well, I think maybe what Ray Haley is trying to say to his troops is, let's remember the next time we get it down this close that we're going to execute, and we're not going to try and get into third and long and second and long. Coach Gary Everett on the field for the Maroons, who handled themselves nicely down around the goal line.
They surely did, Joe. They put up a good stance. They didn't get rattled. They'd just had a team go downfield on them, a good 60-yard plus march, and held them off on a couple of nice sweeps, a little option type play here on pass. It didn't fool them at all. Well covered. And here we have fourth down, and likewise, offense is not going to be fooled either here. They want to get something out of this here, so we're looking at the old foot coming into action here and see if we can come away with at least 3 points on this.
Sure, I think you have to come up with something, otherwise a big turnaround for the Maroons. They got to be happy, with just giving up 3, when you got it first and goal at the 2, Any way you look at it, you got to be happy coming away with 3 when you have a first and goal at the 2.
You can see the effect of the weather. A beautiful night here.
And they're going for it.
Good footing on the runs, what have you. And yes, sir, you're right. They are going to go for it.
So let's see here. I don't know if they don't like Todd Cinco, their kicker, or what the story is here. Uh-oh, we have some more movement. I think.
No, you're right. They're going to kill it on that. The official threw the flag. They figured that he broke the neutral zone. You'll see that play in college quite often, and particularly even on the pro level, where you have the opportunity to get back. But if you're breaking that neutral zone, it's going to be a flag, and here we have a penalty on the defense.
And I think it's a good thing for whoever done that, since this is the last ball game, and you're really not going to get chewed out. I mean, there's not another week of practice after this.
That's right. This is important, particularly for some of the seniors on this ball club.
Okay, Greenhagel behind Kaufman. Pitches it out to Schneider. He cuts it all the way to the outside, and he gets nailed by a Maroon.
And he's going to be short, and of course we're going to turn over the ball. Nice reaction by the Maroons on that play. Got Carrington in on the tackle. We had about 3 white shirts over there making some very nice hits out of bounds, and they read that play very well.
They stretched it out real nice. LeBrian Carrington in on that tackle, and he got Jimmy Schneider pretty good.
5:30 coming up on the clock, Joe, and we're pointing the ship the other way. We're going to see what the Elgin Maroons can do with the ball. Their turn at offense.
And the offensive line again stretching out the hands. Hyatt's the quarterback, behind Dan Tripp the center. And it's just a quick little handoff to Ron Washington, who just tries to get out of that deep part of the field. And he gains about 3 yards on that play for Ronnie Washington.
Okay, a host of blue tacklers up the middle on that quick opener there. It's
and one guy that Coach Stevens mentioned was Brian Rose, the nose guard, an all-state wrestler, maybe one of the top wrestlers in the state of Illinois. Hyatt ducks behind the center, Tripp, split backfield, receivers on the near side. And it's just a quick little handoff for a gain of about another 2 or 3 yards. I believe it was Ronnie Washington again that got the call.
nibbling away, picked up a couple more. Joe, looks like maybe a third down play and a long, maybe a third and four, huh?
Yeah, we're looking at about a 3rd and 4. Hyatt breaks out of the huddle. The Maroons offensive line spaces themselves out. He ducks under Tripp. 3rd and 3. Hyatt, quick little handoff. And it's going to be close.
Yeah, it looks like 4th down, Joe. He picked up a yard or so, and it's going to be 4th down and a long yard. 4th down, looks like the kicking team is coming in.
And they gave that handoff to Rob Walker. He's a linebacker on the defense. They like him in short yardage situations. But could only get 2 of the 3 yards that they needed for the first down. So Boney, Eric Boney will drop back to punt. Snyder and Iser.
Yeah, the two specialists, huh?
Yep. Okay, here's the snap. It was a high snap. Boney did a nice job pulling that one down.
Sure,
it's a high kick.
Good foot into that ball.
And it's going to take a royal bounce.
And it's going to be down right about the 45-yard line.
So Larkin, good field position. They were able to move the ball on their last drive when they started at the 21. Now they're at the 45, a little bit closer as Greenhagel runs out to his boys.
Maybe a conservative start, but we certainly aren't going to fault that. They decided to keep that ball on the ground. They're deep in their own territory. They don't want to put one up in the air and have it picked off this early in the match. We're coming down to 3 minutes on this first quarter.
Okay, Greenhagel with numbers on the far side. And the give is to Talon, the fullback, and he gets about 4. And Carl Talon is a very good runner for the Royals. He's rushed the ball 56 times for 229 yards this year, a 4.1 average, and he is the leading tackler on the defense. This guy doesn't like to come off the field. Okay, Greenhagel looks, and they faked it out. It's intercepted by Elgin.
A lot of wheels, out of bounds. Okay. Big play.
Boulay Darrenacone picked it off, and the Elgin Maroons get the first turnover of the ball game. Boulay Darrenacone.
Well, Joe, we talk about being conservative deep in your own territory, kicking the ball out of trouble and come right back and grab it off, and boy, you're back in the driver's seat all of a sudden 50 yards further up the field.
Greenhagel was looking for numbers. Darrenacone read that one, and Fet Sayavong is the quarterback for the Maroons. 2 guys in the backfield, 2 receivers to the far side. And it's a handoff to Boney. He's got a lot of room on that far side.
Nice cut back.
And a nice run, gain of about 8 yards. He'll get to the 27-yard line. Good run by Eric Boney. Like I mentioned, Wes, they got Keith Hyatt in there and also Fet Sayavong. And both quarterbacks were in the passing league that they have over the summer, and were very impressive. Sayavong under trip. 2 runners in the backfield. It's a handoff to number 30. Ronnie Washington.
Nice cutback on that play, Joe. Picked up a couple, running behind his blocker very nicely.
One thing Coach Stevens was saying was that he hopes that his running backs can get to the outside. That Larkin is very large up front, as we mentioned. And they're going to try and get to that outside like they did with Boney, like they did with Ronnie Washington. Okay, 3rd down, 1 yard to go, ball on the 25-yard line. Fet Sayavong. Split backfield, receivers drape left and right, and they hammer it right up the middle, and it looks like they're very close to the first down. They got the first down.
First down, Joe, right.
Brian Carrington was the man on that carry. Coach Stevens says, nice job there, Brian.
25-yard line, first down, and they're on the move.
Oh, what an interception, and what a nice interception that was by Darrenacone to give Elgin good field position. Sayavong, same formation. And the handoff goes to Washington, and he isn't going nowhere because about 4 Larkin front linemen, Brian Rose and company, were all over him.
Yeah, a little bit of a brick wall entered into that situation. But,
that play just couldn't get anything as the Larkin front line, the Royals, who held DeKalb to -6 rushing yards last week. This is a very good Larkin defense.
Brian Rose, 6'3", 265. It's a lot of brick wall to run into.
And about 260 pounds. There's about 2 seconds, 1 second. We're not going to get the first quarter. They're not going to get that play off before the first quarter ends. So we got a 0-0 score between the Maroons and the Royals, an Upstate 8 battle, a crosstown rivalry. We'll be back with the second quarter action right after this.
Sparkling spring. Once you get a sip of sparkling spring, we know you're gonna love it 'cause it tastes so good. From faucets, drink sparkling spring.
Now serving the near west suburbs and Fox Valley area. Call now for information, 552-4124.
We know you're gonna love it 'cause it tastes so good. From faucets, drink sparkling spring.
For information, call 552-4124.
Okay, 0-0 score. We're in the second quarter. Elgin's on the march with the Maroons and the Royals. I'm Joe Snydup sitting alongside Wes Pollender. And we have ourselves a ball game, Wes.
Yeah, we really do. Basically, we've had, like two main possessions, moved to one end of the field. The Royals taking their opening kickoff and going all the way down to first and goal on the 3, a couple unfortunate penalties. And Elgin Maroons come back and had their opportunity of possession, didn't do anything, had to get rid of the ball and made an interception, and now we're on the play.
Sayavong, a quick pitch to Boney, turns to the outside, and he gains about 3.
Driven out of bounds with a nice sweep, kind of ran out of field. A lot of blue shirts over there. Good pursuit.
And we've got an injured Maroon on the field. Coach Stevens and Scott Davis looking to see if he's okay. And we can't pick up a number right away. Might have been an offensive lineman on that power sweep. But Elgin so far doing a nice job. They're not supposed to be able to run on this Larkin team who's just fantastic against the run. They might be susceptible to the pass, but one thing we know is that the Royals can stop the run. But it seemed like that turnover, that interception by Darren Oconee turned things around for the Maroons, because it looked like they were going to go down, 7-zip real quick. Paul Pennington down for the Maroons, and he gets helped off the field.
I think they were very patient on that first possession, Joe, like we mentioned, deep in their own territory. They had to kick that ball away, and here the very first series, second play or so, made that excellent interception, brought it back into a midfield situation, and have that ball now just into the first minute or so of the second quarter, and somewhat in the driver's seat right now. Let's see how they're going to do it.
I think sometimes conservative play is a plus. Sayavong underneath his center. He's got receivers draped left and right, and then we're going to get a reverse. And it's not going anywhere because the Royals are all over the place.
They read that one well a little bit. The line broke down a little bit early on that, and Larkin wasn't fooled by that. Maybe execution was a little bit delayed on that. By the time that reverse started, about 5 or 6 blue shirts in the backfield. Joel Jossert's the #1 first tackler in there to read that very nicely.
And I think the key word was delayed. It just didn't seem to get off the ground. So we're going to have a field goal.
This is going to be a lot of toe getting into this one, Joe.
Yes,
looks
it
about
is.
from maybe to 30.
We're looking at about a 48-yard field goal by Boney, and it looks short. Just barely. Just barely short.
It's a good toe with a little breeze, which we mentioned is not there this evening. He had very good direction on that, got a good foot into it, but it just wasn't there.
No, he just missed that. A 43-yard field goal attempt goes nil for the Maroons, and Larkin will take over. So both teams get close, but can't stick it in somehow, some way, either in the end zone or through the uprights.
First down for the Larkin Royals, Joe.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Greenhagel, quick hitter up the middle to Talon, and he got maybe about a half a yard, maybe a yard.
Dan Tripp, one of the tacklers in on there, made a very good read. Didn't get fooled at all by that movement off to the right side.
And it seems that That the wishbone, Wes, gives you like about 3 or 4 fakes on every play.
That's true. That's true.
So Greenhagel keeps the option, and it goes out to Snyder, and the Maroons stack him up in the backfield.
Carrington in a tackle. He made a nice shoestring tackle and held on for dear life and brought that man down.
We've seen LeBrian Carrington make a couple nice tackles. Once over here, and a nice tackle on Schneider, and then earlier in the first quarter when they were trying to go for it on the 4th down play there, Carrington hit him real hard.
He's a good hitter. He's a good hitter out there.
So we're looking at 3rd and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line, and Larkin's run into a little bit of a rut. Greenhagel back to pass, plenty of time, and he airs it out long to Brett Nemmers. And it's almost intercepted.
Maybe he had his receiver turned around the wrong way on that. No fault of either. Well thrown ball, a little deep. Receiver had to turn around. Joe, who do we have that deep on that?
He was looking for Brett Nemmers on that. That's his main man on the fly pattern.
Nemmers kind of got that one over on the inside shoulder and was looking out towards the sideline and had to do a little bit of a stutter step, and the ball looked like it might have hit him on the pad.
Ron Washington and LeBrian Carrington are the deep backs for the Maroons. Brett Nemmers, the punter, averaging 32 yards a boot. 2-step drop, lefty boot. It's a line drive kick, and Washington will take it. Heads up the middle, finds a little seam, and then he gets stacked up at about the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Maroons. This time they have good field position.
Fred, you're ribby in on that tackle.
So, Coach Stevens' club will come out. Fet Sayavong, the quarterback. They'll switch quarterbacks off and on. And he sends Jay Kilgore, the lone wide receiver, out to the near side. Split backfield with Boney and Washington. Sayavong barks out the signals. And it's just a handoff. And Washington gets some good carry, gets some good yards. About maybe a quick hitter up the middle for about 7 yards.
Yeah, Brett Nemmers in on that tackle. Very nice 1st down play. Eating up a lot of yardage, leaving a little bumper here for 2nd and maybe a long 2.
That might have been Eric Boney on that tackle. The plexiglass giving us a few problems number-wise. Sayavong, 2nd and 2 from the 39-yard line. Receiver to the far side. It's just a quick little handoff. It's to Boney, and he cuts it up the middle. He's got the whole sideline, and he slips and falls. Ryan Stewart finally just laid a hand on him after Boney slipped.
Jay Kilgore stepped into the picture there, Joe, throwing a very nice block right up the middle to spring that run for about another extra 6 to 10 yards. Very nice block by Kilgore.
It was a nice block by Kilgore. We've seen him play very well against West Aurora and a few other teams. So we're looking at a 1st and 10 ball on a 29-yard line after a good run by Eric Boney. Sayavong with the split backfield. It's just a quick hitter up the middle to LeBrian Carrington, and he gets about 5. Just a quick hitter to Carrington.
Looked like Brian Rose in on that tackle. Looks like that was sheer strength on picking up that 3 or 4 yards.
And very impressed with Elgin's quickness in the backfield. Not much height back there with Ronnie Washington and Boney and Carrington, even Rob Walker, but very quick, Wes. Sayavong, 2nd and 7 from the 26-yard line. Ducks under trip. Quick hitter up to Washington. He keeps it himself.
Nice little option play, Joe. A bunch of blue jerseys there pulling up off the pile. We've got Brian Rose again in there helping. You're talking about that quickness in the backfield. I think they might be setting them up for something here. We look like we do a couple of quick openers up the middle here. I'm looking for that sweep coming to our side of the field here, Joe. A sweep to the left. We got a little bit more field on this side yet, and I think we might be softening them up for a little sweep.
Elgin runs the split veer option, so they either go with the little quick hitter or the slant over the middle. Sayavong, 3rd and 3 from the 22. Big play here. And it looks like we have some movement on the line. Washington with a big hole. LeBrian Carrington make it.
Nice play, and that looks like it will be enough for a first down. Very nice play. Stepped in very nicely on that. Looked like he could have gone either wide on that one, but he saw that opening up the middle, and a couple quick chop steps, and he was gone.
LeBrian Carrington, we've seen him pound out that quick 5 with a lot of speed, and as you mentioned, some quick choppy steps, and he took it to the near side, and there was a lot of daylight, Wes.
He's looking very good tonight.
Okay, Fetsayavong. Split backfield, Jay Kilgore, the lone receiver on the near side. It's right up the box, and it goes to Washington. He fumbles, and Royals pick it up.
And recovered by Larkin Blue.
Washington with a burst of speed up the middle. It looked like he might have a shot at going in for the touchdown if he could elude a cornerback or a free safety there. But somebody stuck him real hard.
Yeah,
They put the helmet on the ball.
They certainly did, Joe. A big hard pop there. It just came loose. He didn't even have an opportunity to take a wild swing at that ball to recover it. A tough break. Looks like it was right at the 2-yard line on that fumble. And, of course, Larkin's taking over. Deep in their own territory, but they prevented a score, and we're coming up at 5 minutes and 50 seconds here in the second quarter.
So the turnovers have been the bugaboo for both teams as they've driven far and haven't been able to go anywhere. We give it to Schneider, and he got about 4 yards on the play. Call it 2nd and 5. Ball at the 10-yard line. But it seemed like when Ronnie Washington got hit on that play, the ball bounced right into a Larkin defender's arm. It didn't hit the ground. It didn't roll in the end zone or anywhere. They just wound up with it. Greenhagel then hands it off to Iser, and he just musters a few yards.
Good move by Iser. He didn't really have anywhere to go on that. In fact, he looked like he might have even bumped into the back of one of his own blockers on that, but he was a good power runner. He kept the legs churning, and they cut him down early, maybe after a gain of 3 or 4.
Iser, one of those 3 runners in the backfield behind Greenhagel. He's averaging 4.8 yards a carry and 16-yard average per catch. So I haven't seen Greenhagel throw to any of the backs at all this evening. He hasn't thrown just to numbers, I think, just a few times. And you got to wonder if Greenhagel's going to air it out. You know what I mean?
Couple substitutions coming in for Elgin. Hyatt going out.
And it was Greenhagel on the keeper. And he lunged because he's very big for the first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line for the Larkin Royals. Crowd into this ball game. It's an inter-town battle, the bragging rights, the jug, the whole thing. Greenhagel pump fakes once. He drops back. He lofts a big one for numbers, and he's got him.
Beautiful pass. Beautiful pass.
A long bomb.
A big one. 2 defenders back, and just well enough thrown over the defense's outstretched arms. A nicely thrown ball, and Nevers took it nicely on the stride. Big play.
Greenhagel with the pump fake and a 45-yard bomb to his main man, his buddy, Brett Nemers.
You don't see those thrown any better even on Sunday, Joe.
No, that was right on the money, Wes. And I'll be looking Sunday for a few bombs. We'll see who comes up big. But right now it's Larkin who came up big. Greenhagel on the option. Good gain of about 6 yards.
Tuck that ball in nicely. Just come downfield with a big play like that. That's no time to even risk a fumble or anything. On that option play, he stuffed it in his old tummy and hung onto it and made a nice gain.
And Coach Stevens was saying that this is a very tough team to prepare for offensively because they run the wishbone, but yet they open it up with the pass with Roger Greenhagel. And he hands it off the middle to Schneider. And he powers for about 4 yards, very close to a first down.
I'm going to kill the clock on that and take a good look at that one, Joe. That one's close enough. First down, the referee says. And we're coming up to 3 minutes in the second quarter.
Royals running the show here after Elgin turned the ball on a fumble at around the 2-yard line. Ronnie Washington got popped and it went right into a Royal defender. Greenhagel under Kaufman. Gives the pitch off to Iser. No, it's Schneider. Oh, man, did he get labeled by, take a guess, Wes. It's LeBrian Carrington, number 33.
Another nice move. Carrington a little bit high on that tackle, but he had other teammates pursuing him from the rear, so there was going to be a no gain on that play. Another nice hit by Carrington.
Oh, that was a very nice hit. He put the helmet to the helmet right there on Mr. Schneider. So we're looking at a 2nd and 12, ball on the 25-yard line. They lost a few there. Greenhagel drops back to pass. Oh, and it's almost intercepted.
Nicely thrown ball, Joe. The receiver on that, intended receiver, kind of slipped and went down, and a bunch of white shirts had a chance at it, but no one is able to hold on to that.
Ball was intended for number 80, Tim Lickner. They usually use Lickner to just mainly block it. You know, the tight end in the wishbone doesn't catch many passes, but still very valuable, as like Keith Jackson with Oklahoma and now with the Philadelphia Eagles. So Greenhagel ducks underneath Kaufman and he drops back to pass. Plenty of time, and he's got a man wide open.
Nicely thrown ball, wide open. Defender kind of sitting back there a little bit loose on that play. Allowing him to thread the needle and get that ball in there very nicely.
That's Brett Nemmers again. And I think the Elgin secondary was concerned with his speed. He just, roasted him for a 45-yard bomb, and they were laying off him a little bit, and all they did was a little hook and curl pattern. So 1st and 10, ball at the 13-yard line. Larkin looking to draw first blood. And Greenhagel, the big guy, underneath the center. We got some movement, and we got a flag.
We've got a dead ball situation. We kill the play. And it looks like the defense were a little anxious here. Let's see what the referee signals us here. Dead ball foul, encroachment by the defense. 5-yard penalty, and will still be first down.
1st down and 5. Ball at the 8-yard line.
You hate to give those away, Joe. When the defense, head coach sees that, when you're down there fighting for your life trying to hold them out and you give them 5 yards like that, that's hard on your grinding teeth.
The Maroons want to make them earn it. Greenhagel behind Kaufman, full house backfield. Nemmers out to the far sideline. He's looking for him, and it's broken up very nicely.
Looks
LeBrian
like
Carrington.
Carrington again got in the act nicely. Ball maybe slightly underthrown, but he had good protection. Carrington getting his 2 hands in there, that good possibility for an interception. That would be enjoyable sitting here, Joe, to watch a 100-yard race going all the way to the north end of the field.
LeBrian Carrington, 5'9", 153 pounds. And get this, only a sophomore.
What a nice vertical jump on that one.
Okay, Greenhagel, 2nd and 5, ball at the 7. Here we go. It's a quick little handoff to Talon. No, he keeps it, and he gets very close to the first down.
A good idea on the quarterback's part, Joe. He was not going to take a chance there. A little bit too much traffic to worry about whether he was going to do that last-minute flip. He was going to hold on to that monster. We're going to have a timeout for a measurement. We're that close.
And Greenhagel faked the pitch to Talon up the middle. I think a lot of the Maroons bought on the fake, and he had some running room, and barely stuck it in the end zone. First down, Royals.
First down. Well, the momentum's with Larkin right now. They're on the move.
And Larkin just made a substitution. They bring in number 42, Jerome Gostin, a big fullback, 5'11", 251 pounds, along with Carl Talon back there. Oh, man, we got some beef in the backfield.
Power back.
Talon hands it off to Gostin. And it doesn't look like he got in.
Nice reaction by Elgin on that defense-wise. We're going to kill that ball. The clock's down to 56 seconds, and Larkin will take a well-chosen timeout.
And Coach Ray Haley's going to head out there. talk to his offensive unit, and probably going to mention the last time that I called a timeout. You guys were a few yards away for a touchdown and taking the lead, and you came up short. I don't want to have to come out here again. It's almost like a mom going to tell the kids to quiet down in the living room, saying, you better do it because I don't want to be bothered with.
It'll be interesting to watch this now, Joe. We've seen a very nice mixture of plays in the first quarter by Larkin, moving the ball nicely, some sweeps, some quick openers, off-tackle runs, throwing the ball nicely. Now we're down here. We've got second down. We've got 56 seconds left in the clock in the first half here. We need 2 yards to get us on pay dirt. What are we going to do, friends? You tell me. If you've been 28 years in this coaching game, out there talking to your team right now, let's see how the philosophy bears out. Are we going to be somewhat conservative and keep that ball on the ground? Maybe run the option, but make sure our quarterback hangs on to it. I think this is the interesting facet of watching football, seeing that gentleman trot off the field now and say, what is he going to have these young men do? What do you got, Joe?
Okay, here we go. Greenhagel, 2nd and 2 from the goal. Full house backfield. It goes to Eisert. Touchdown, Royals!
A nice call, a nice call.
They draw first blood. They draw first blood.
A good time to do it, Joe, wouldn't you say, with 53 seconds left?
No better time than the present, Wes. So,
very nice call, some good blocking up front.
Larkin fans happy to see that their Royals are up on top. We'll see if the extra point goes through by Todd Cinco. Here's the kick, and it's partially shanked, but it still gets through, and it's good.
Okay, 7-0 with 53 seconds left.
And I think seemed like that kick was a little bit wobbly, but it still made it through the uprights. I think the referee sort of arched his back a certain way to sort of get the proper view, get the right view to see if it went through, and sure enough, it went through. So,
well, we'll line them up for this kickoff. We have the Larkin fans, many standing here supporting their boys on a very nice scoring drive.
Down. I said down. So we'll see if Elgin can come back with some kind of drive with 53 seconds remaining. Jerome Goss or something. We'll see if Sayavong and company elect to open it up or to kneel and say, okay, you got one mark on us, we're going to come out and get you in the second half.
Joe, I'm looking at these Larkin guys' defense coming out onto the field here. These are some big people. It's almost like looking at a Division III or maybe even some Division II schools. We had a kickoff rather short here, Joe, starting out this last remaining seconds.
And Sayavong drops back to pass. He hurls a long one for Jay Kilgore, and he was covered up nicely. Number 87, Brian Edders on the coverage. Good coverage by the Larkin secondary. The left corner for Larkin. So they don't elect to kneel on the kickoff. They say we're going to open it up. We're not going to play that style of football tonight.
Incomplete pass, 20 seconds on the clock at the snap.
2nd and 10. Sayavong, a draw play. It goes to Carrington. No, make it Boney.
Very nice play, very nice run. Going to be enough for a first down. Clock is stopped at 11 seconds in this second quarter.
And that was Eric Boney who weeded his way in the middle and then finally broke it to the outside. We got 11 seconds left. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line for the Maroons. Coach Stevens elects to take a timeout. Maybe try a sideline pattern or something like that. And the Maroons have one more timeout.
That's correct, Joe.
So I guess what you could probably do is try a quick hitter over the middle. Maybe at around a 30 or something like that. Try and and hope that only 10 seconds elapses for the clock where he can call the timeout. I don't know. It seems like you need a little bit more time before I think the referee recognizes and spots the timeout.
Correct, Joe. Whether you're going to try the same play here and not get too fancy. With 11 seconds left, maybe we're going to have the old Hail Mary deep, but they'd be happy not to do anything silly here and turn the ball over and allow a total return here for a score. But let's see what our Elgin Maroons have in mind here for the last 11 seconds of this.
To the goal line stance. Sayavong underneath trip. He's going to drop back about a good 10 yards, and he's going to try that Hail Mary. And it's almost picked off. Incomplete with 5 seconds left on the clock. Nice play by the Maroons, trying to find Brady Bailey. And Greg Weber was also in the area. And, you know, there still would have been 5 seconds, probably enough time to call a timeout and attempt a field goal with Boney.
Bailey, the wide receiver on this side, was digging deep. He was going all the way down.
Okay, Sayavong got 2 receivers to the near side, 1 all the way to the left. He's just going to isolate on LeBrian Carrington. He hits him at the 40, trying to dodge. Time runs out, and he steps out.
Out of bounds. A nice return to complete a pass to end the half.
So, a defensive first half. 7-0 Larkin. We'll be back with the second half right after this.
I've been looking for a video store that doesn't look like a ghost town when it comes to selection.
Here at Aurora Home Video, we have over 15,000 movies to choose from, a convenient drive-through window, and an automated 24-hour service.
Thank you. Wait, you don't think we're just going to let you walk out of here now, do you? You forgot your free popcorn.
Aurora Home Video, where every customer gets the star treatment.
Pinched nerves, headaches, low back pain, sports injuries. Visit the Bombales Chiropractic Clinic in Elgin, where Dr. Nicholas Bombales combines conservative and gentle care of the spine with years of expertise in sports-related injuries. You'll receive the finest orthopedic and neurological care. Treat your body with the respect it deserves. Visit Bombales Chiropractic Clinic, where your health is our main concern.
Okay, after one half of play, it's the Royals 7, the Maroons nothing. I'm Joe Snydoff, sitting alongside Wes Pollender. In defensive struggle in the first half, both defenses playing well, and here's the kickoff. Gostin boots it to Washington, line drive kick. Got a wall of Maroons. He breaks it to the outside, skips to the inside, and he gets out to the 44-yard line. So Elgin will start in some decent field position. Scoring not too much in the first quarter. Larkin came close, Elgin came close, but the defense has held on. In the second quarter, right before the half, Chris Iser rambled in from 2 yards out. Todd Cinco, the kick was good. 7-0, that's where we stand. Sayavong ducks behind Tripp. 2 in the backfield, and it's a quick hitter to LeBrian Carrington. Crawls on the ground for about 10 yards. Close to a first down, Wes.
I was taking a close look at that play just to see if there was a knee touchdown or what have you. It looked like the side official was saying he might have had a knee touchdown. No, they do spot it after a 9-yard gain.
So Elgin in Larkin territory at the 46, 2nd and 1. Sayavong has 2 wide receivers. That's Brady and Kilgore to the near side. 2 men in the backfield. And Sayavong rolls out, drops back to pass. Heaves a pass and is picked off.
Beautiful reception. Pulled that interception off very nicely. And we do have a flag on the play, Joe.
I think that might have been Rick Short.
Possibly on the run back here.
And it was Ricky Short.
Kind of a little off-balance throw by the quarterback, Joe. Looked like he held on to it a little bit, was going to pump fake and threw it off balance, and as a result was a little bit short, and a very nice interception made. We had a clip on that run back. So the interception will stand, but we did have a clip on that run back. So it will be first downs for Larkin taking over, moving them back to about their 34-yard line.
So Elgin gets stalled by an interception. Greenhagel will bring it out. We'll take a look at the Maroon defense. And it's the quick handoff to Carl Talon. Safe play for about 4 yards.
Very good blocking up the middle on that play.
And Larkin likes to run the football. Rushing in the first half, Roger Greenhagel carried it 6 times for 48 yards, so he's doing a great job. Carl Talon, 4 yards on 3 carries. Jimmy Snyder, 22 yards on 7 carries, and Chris Iser, 11 yards on 4 carries. Greenhagel fakes to Talon, and it's a quick hitter
big hole,
to Iser.
Very nice play for first down and a lot more.
Gain of about 14 on the play. So Iser with 11 yards make a 25.
Stepped through the hole quickly, Joe, didn't he?
Very,
Boom, took off.
Very quick. Larkin offensive line doing a very nice job. Mark Hornick, Brad Menz, Don Kaufman, the center, Adam Lance, and Larry Creedon. Greenhagel, 1st and 10 at the 49. Option play.
Nice spin
And
move.
he spun loose, and he gained by about 8 yards.
We're going to take a look at that one, Joe. Let's give him a first down, the man with the white hat says.
Greenhagel escaped a few Maroon defenders in the backfield. A nice spin move.
Very nice move for the big fella.
So he's got a little bit of agility. He's just not one of those long lugs. And it's Iser up the middle.
Don Kaufman at center doing a very nice job of blocking up there. I'm impressed with some of his blocking.
He's doing a nice job on Dan Tripp, the nose guard of Elgin. So we're looking at a 2nd and 5. Ball on the 32-yard line. 8 minutes.
Notice that flanker going out there, Joe. They just seem to be ignoring him this first series until all of a sudden they decide, boom, come alive. They're trying to put that defensive man to sleep a little, I think.
Greenhagel on the option. He's hit. We got a fumble. And Elgin recovers. That was a recovery by Rob Walker. The Maroon defense came in. Greenhagel was hit as he tried to make the pitch. And
Exactly.
the Maroons come up big. So
Another turnover, Joe. Another one of those things we're not supposed to talk about. Turnovers.
nobody figures those coming into the contest, but
you don't like that term turnover when you're a coach, when it happens to you.
They're a big part of the game. So Sayavong, 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line. Try and mount a Maroon attack. Fakes it into the line, keeps it himself, and he gets maybe about a yard. That's being generous.
Maybe gets a couple. Brian Rose in, pulling him down from behind.
So we'll see if Elgin elects to open it up here, because it seems like they haven't been able to do anything on the ground. We got Carrington with 10 yards in the first half, Rob Walker with 4. Boney is the big guy, 47 yards on 6 carries, a couple nice runs up the box.
Second and a long 9 here, Joe.
2nd and 9 at the 37, Sayavong. And he gives a quick hitter to Boney.
Nice inside handoff. Stretched for a couple more yards with a nice diving move as he lost his balance. Very nice run. Picked up at least 6 or 7 there.
Almost looked like a misdirection play.
Exactly. A little inside handoff there, and he exploded nicely. There's some very nice line play going on here on both sides of the line.
Well, we'll see who'll come up on top. So far, it's the Royals, 7-zip with 7:15 left in the third quarter.
Coming out to take a look at this one, Joe. Is close enough they want to measure. The gentleman with the white hat kind of eyeballed that one, and it looks like we're still a little bit short.
So call it 3rd and inches at the 46-yard line. The Maroons need to capitalize here. They need to keep the drive alive. Sayavong, 1 wide receiver, double tight ends. And he gets stuck in the backfield. A big play by Larkin.
They read that one. Very good play. Adam Lance in on there. Smelled that one coming down the middle. Made a very good play. Got a little help afterward, but it really wasn't needed. He was on his own. Very nice read.
Adam Lance of Larkin labeled him in the backfield.
6'1", 225. I got a feeling most of that is some solid muscle.
And I think when you got 3rd and inches, you have to come up with something like that there. You can't have a breakdown.
That was a very big play. That was a big play, Joe. Here we go, 4th down, and it looks like we're going to have to turn the ball over there. They were hurting on that one.
Boney to punt. Iser and Schneider are the deep backs. Nice snap. Plenty of time. He hangs a high one. And they let it take a roll, and it bounces right at the 22, 23-yard line.
Going to be 1st down. The Larkin Royals will take over. Let's see if they can put together a drive like they had in that first quarter, Joe, when he opened up this ball game. See how well they're going to mix these plays now. We're going to have a couple sweeps, some options. We're going to throw that pigskin out to our top receiver out there, Nemmers. He's looking for something.
Okay. It's just a quick hitter to Iser. He bowls over the left side for a gain of about 2. Let's call it 2nd and 8. 7-0 Larkin. In this cross-down rival, fighting for the pride of Elgin, fighting for the jug.
The town jug.
The town jug.
They could at least fill it with nickels or something.
It's a big jug. I picked it up and took a look at it. They got all the scores on the side there. Okay, Greenhagel up the middle to Schneider. And he pounds for about a good 6 yards.
Very nice gain. Block, some good blocking up there. The tackle by 44. Rob Walker.
So 3rd and a yard. Make it probably a long yard. Almost 2. 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Greenhagel ducks behind the center Kaufman. Full house backfield. Gives it to Talon, and he's got a lot of room.
Nice play, nice play.
Ramble all the way.
Maybe 1 or 2 men going to get him, if at all. Catching up with him.
And he gets
very nice tackle from behind.
But a big run by Carl Talon, the fullback.
We've got somebody down in the middle of the field here. The officials are kind of separating a couple of players here. I think maybe they just literally almost like locked equipment, like face masks or something. But fantastic run. Tackle from behind. That wasn't my man Carrington coming into the act again,
Carrington,
was it?
It could have been Brooks, but
I got a feeling with that blinding speed from behind, I think that was Carrington coming in on that saving tackle at about, where are we, Joe? We down about the 6-yard line?
7-yard line.
Very nice run.
What a call by Haley. Smart call, just a power call. Carl Talon, he's averaging about 4.2 yards a pop. They only needed 2, and he got about a good 60 yards on that carry.
Fantastic run, Royals' opportunity now. The momentum's in their pocket. Let's see how we're going to handle this one, gentlemen.
Okay, Greenhagel behind the center Kaufman. We're looking at an option. Greenhagel carries it himself, and he's in for the touchdown.
Very nice call.
Roger Greenhagel on the option.
Pretty spin move again, Joe.
Spins in from 7 yards out to give Larkin a comfy 13-0 lead.
That's a hard man to stop when you're one-on-one. 6'5", 210 pounds.
So Greenhagel, they ran the option again. Larkin likes power football. Todd Cinco for the point after. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. 14-0. Larkin on top.
A nice scoring drive put together by the Royals here. Below midway into the 3rd quarter now. Kind of taking over a little control of this ball game here now. 14-0. You better believe it. The Crosstown Maroons realize the situation. 4 minutes left in the quarter. They've got to put something together now. We're into the 3rd quarter.